we were created by local groups. Originally, the plan was to do regional offices with Chicago and New York and Atlanta and LA and San Francisco, doing a regional campaign as part of a national group. They really weren't comfortable or didn't want to do that. So in the course of developing that proposal to be regional offices across the country doing community organizing, I spoke to a bunch of groups on the West Coast, many of whom I already knew through the San Francisco work I had been doing for years, but some of whom I hadn't ever met before. And when the decision was made by the national group that now we don't really want to do this, the hard-ass guys that now make up RAP were like, so that's them. They don't want to do it, fine. You know, we didn't buy into it in the hope that some other group, that we would be a part of something. You know, we bought into it so that we could start working together. And so these are social justice. Some do food programs, some do work on food justice issues, some do SRO organizing and community work like that. And all of us incorporate homelessness as part of a fabric of our community. One does an encampment up in Portland, a Right to Dream too, we come from different manifestations of how we act out our belief system. 5 of the groups have street newspapers, so what we did was we said, we're all coming from a social justice perspective. We're implementing our stuff in the way that fits us best, but it's coming from the same place. It's coming from the heart. It's coming from a commitment to justice. And so let's figure out what do we all got in common. And the 2 things we all had in common was a firm belief that it was the massive cuts to affordable housing in the 79 to 82 that created opening shelters in 83. All of us said that's absolutely how we see the shit. And the other was that we're being criminalized out of existence by local governments and business improvement districts. And so those became the 2 issues that unite all of the member organizations of RAP, regardless of whether they're day labor or homeless organizing or SRO or street newspaper or Sisters of the Road doing a cafe, regardless of where they're coming from and how they individually manifest their beliefs. They're coming from the same place spiritually, and that's the guiding force that is the Western Regional Advocacy Project.